Hello everyone and welcome to Blue Tengu Update. I have the Blue Tengu Lab logo up there, but it is just a regular update. I do plan on posting a lab episode covering the Alexa, but what I need to do is give you an update on what we're doing with the show. We just finished season 2, so we were doing a lot of beta testing for the last couple of months, and we did get Skyring out. So let me start with that. So we're wrapping up season 2. We just finished that stuff, so. There it is, Skyring. If you go to bluetengu.itch.io Skyring, you can find the game that we just finished making. It took about a year and a half to make it, so about half a year over schedule, thanks to having a son and other things come up. having children does tend to get in the way of game development, but we did get Skyring done. Let me show you the actual trailer for this as well, because I don't think many of you on YouTube have seen it. It is available on YouTube, but let me show it. So that's the game. That's Skyring. Available now at bluetengu.itch.io. Skyring. Hopefully, some of you pick it up. Let me know how you like it. There are 2 packages I should let you know as well. The standard package, which I assume most of you will get, is just the full game. But if you do want to chip in extra, we do have an extra package that has the soundtrack with all the extended versions of the in-game music, so full soundtrack. Unlike our season 1 game, Project Spaghetti, this one actually has like full, 4-minute long tracks and stuff like that. Also, if you do chip in extra, we'll throw in our season 1 game, Project Spaghetti, including like the game and the player's guide. Still thinking about extra bonuses and stuff, so if you do want to some sort of bonus, let me know what you want. Can maybe oblige. So the extra packages are mostly for like fans of the show and stuff, but for the most part, I think most of you would pick up the normal package. But that was season 2, our season 2 game. Let me show you our season 1 game as well, just for completeness. So like season 1, we made kind of an ode to the Commodore 64, which was Project Spaghetti, also over at itch.io. Basically, it's an ode to the Commodore 64, so the graphics are very retro. That will turn some people off. If you're not turned off by that, definitely check it out. The game itself is quite fun. You bounce bullets off walls and things like that to kill enemies. It's quite intense. It is quite intense, but it is kind of harkening back to old action games and things like that. But there's our season 1 game. There's our season 2 game. So now we just have to think about season 3. And as 123 Guess, who's the person responsible for the awesome player character graphics in this game, mentioned, it might be fun to experiment a little bit before we jump into season 3. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's why I've got this logo. Blue Tengu Lab. So for a while, we're going to be experimenting. The first experiment is going to be with voice recognition's hardware. As you know, Amazon, Google, and various places are trying to throw out devices in your home that listen to you and hopefully respond correctly. We'll see how good the hardware is, but I'm going to play around with Alexa. I think I've managed to get the test working, and I'll throw that video up here as well. But at least as a possible start for Season 3, I want to do something different. Season 1, Season 2, I've been using GameMaker to make pretty traditional 2D games, but I recognize that the indie space is quite crowded, and as one person with a son working in like part-time, I'm not going to be able to create the kind of game that's going to light the world on fire and, beat those other titles out. They're going to kick my butt. So I do need to do something a little different, and so that's why I do want to experiment a bit if I can ever get my finger pointing the right direction. Yeah. So Blue Tengu Lab. So I'm going to play around with some voice recognition software and hardware and see how it goes. One warning I do have to say about Alexa is that they don't have any monetization policy in place, so even if I did light the world on fire, I would earn nothing for it. That's going to enter into the consideration as well, but I'll still play around with it because I think it could be fun. So that's what we're going to do for Season 3. Also, for those of you who are fans of the live show and want to drop by, we are changing the time for family considerations and things like that. Now that I do have to take care of a son in the morning, the mornings don't work out too well, so night is what we're going to do. Unfortunately, for those of you in the Americas, that probably means you're not going to be able to catch the show because I'm based in Japan. And the problem is, let's see if I can grab my times here. I need to find them for you. We've got, basically I'm going to be broadcasting from Japan Saturday from 10 p.m. at night until midnight. That's pretty good for people in Europe and obviously for people in Japan and like Oceania, Australia, New Zealand and whatnot, but it's not very good for those of you in the States. But that's the only time I could get. So let's see, what's the best way to do this? I think I can find the site images and then a schedule over here. If I can find it. Saturday night. There we go. Actually, I could just go over to my Twitch page. Let's do that. Let's go over to my Twitch page. This is where I do the live show anyway, so let me jump back to the desktop and head over to Twitch TV Blue Tengu, which is where we do the show every week. So far, we've been doing it every week. Season 1 was every week Saturday morning. Season 2 was every week Sunday morning. And now Season 3 is going to be every week Saturday night. We're playing around quite a bit with the times. But looking down here, I think the schedule's here. So the schedule is here if you do ever need to check it, but it translates to Pacific, at least until daylight savings time kicks in. It'll be Pacific 5 a.m. Saturday morning. So I guess you could either be up late or up really early, one or the other, but Pacific 5 a.m., Mountain 6 a.m., Central 7 a.m., Eastern 8 a.m. If you're in Japan with me, it's going to be 10 p.m. Saturday nights. If you're in Australia, it's going to be anywhere from like 9 to midnight, depending on where you are in that very big place. In New Zealand, it's going to be 1 a.m. If you're in the UK, it's actually a pretty good time. Saturday is 1 p.m. in the afternoon. But that's pretty much the time zone issues. So we are going to do it at a new time. We're going to start our Season 3 game. So there's Season 1, Season 2, and start Season 3 by playing around a bit. So I hope you join us. It's going to be a little weird because it'll be learning new stuff for me. I'm pretty comfortable with GameMaker at this point, but Node.js, which is what you need for Alexa and things like that, that'll be a new bag of tricks. I'll have to remember Java and JavaScript and see how that goes. But I hope you do show up because it would be interesting. It'll definitely be different. It'll be different. It might be complicated because there is going to be coding involved, but I hope you don't mind too much. And hopefully it'll be fun because there's more voice recognition and things like that. Whether we do go with that for our Season 3 game or not is going to be a result of... Yes, got the finger right. Yes, Blue Tengu Lab. So it's going to be a result of Blue Tengu Lab, what we do with Season 3. That's where we're at right now. I do hope you tune in for Blue Tengu Lab in Season 3 and updates on YouTube, or come drop by the live show at Twitch TV Blue Tengu. I will see you next time and hopefully on the live show. Thank you for tuning in.